Welcome to my Demand Gen Summit presentation today. And we are going to cover the importance of full funnel marketing. And I'm also going to include 7 gifting plays that you can run with full funnel marketing to add to your playbook today. And I've chosen 7 different gifting plays because Sendoso is the leader in gifting, and it'd be fun to share some of the interesting thought leadership plays we've seen over the last years and years of running Sendoso. All right, so before I get in, I want to give you a little background on myself. So I'm Kris Rudeegraap. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Sendoso. I live in San Francisco, California. I have a best friend. Her name is Stella, and she's my chief marketing officer right there. And then I love playing golf. It's one of my favorite hobbies. So for those of you who don't know about Sendoso yet, we're a platform that helps you send out gifts, swag, direct mail, you name it, we can help you send it out. And we do that through 3 really important pillars. And so the first pillar is our global marketplace. This is a curated marketplace across the entire world of things that you can send out through our platform. You can filter, search, and get suggested recommendations on what you should send out. The second is our SaaS software platform. And this pillar is critical to operationalizing sending out direct mail, corporate gifts, and swag. And this is teams, users, budgets, analytics, integrations into your tech stack, everything you'd need from that SaaS software. And then the last key component is our worldwide fulfillment network. And this fulfillment network helps us kit, store, and ship items globally on your behalf. A few different areas and teams that use us and their use cases. So the first is demand gen, and these teams use us to grow pipeline. The next is an account-based marketing team, and they're using us to engage target accounts. Field marketers love Sendoso, and they're using Sendoso to drive webinar event and attendees. Next up is SDRs and sales development teams who use Sendoso to book more meetings, and then sales teams, their use case is to accelerate deals. Last but not least, customer success and driving customer retention. And a bit in terms of our numbers. So we today have over 30,000 registered users sending on our platform. We've seen over 5 million lifetime sends, just shy of 50,000 campaigns run. We are founded in 2016 with over 150 million in funding. And we've been ranked #1 platform year after year on G2 and Trust Radius. And then here's a quick example of some of the amazing logos that use and trust Sendoso. And these are some great companies like Autodesk, HubSpot, IBM, ADP, Cisco, and the list goes on and on and on. All right, so let's get into our agenda for today. And that agenda is going to be focused on 3 key areas. And the first is how businesses has changed over the last few years. We'll then get into ABM and full funnel marketing and what's the difference in my eyes and my company's eyes. And then I'm going to share those 7 gifting plays that work. All right, so business has changed. How come? How so? These are the 3 things that I've spotted. The first is that the buyer's journey has evolved. And I think we can all agree on this one. 3-4 years ago, people met face-to-face. Everyone was going to the office. That has shifted. Now people have online and virtual hybrid experiences. The next change is digital trends. And this stat right here, I wanted to include because it really stood out. By 2025, 80% of B2B sales interactions with a prospect will occur in digital channels. Digital is taking over. And then the last shift, and this is something that's on a lot of minds for marketers, sales teams, CEOs, is the shifting focus to existing customers. And the fact that acquiring a new customer can cost 5x more than retaining an existing customer. And this is the one I'm going to focus on today. And for all of those demand gen and marketing leaders listening to this call today, I'm going to share about how Sendoso shifted some of our marketing resources and some of our marketing priorities to focus on existing customers and what that looked like. All right, so rewind back to last year. And we said, all right, let's focus on existing customers. Now what? So the sales team's like, cool, let's go expand accounts. Marketing team's like, let's do ABM. And that's what we did. And we decided to focus on kind of these 5 key areas of ABM. And what does that really mean? So first is build target account lists and tiered based on ICP fit and intent data. The second thing was that ABM is really focused around is on attracting target accounts to your website, to social media, to podcasts, to events. Next is engage. So how do you create relevant, personalized experiences online and offline? And then converting. How do you convert those leads, those opportunities, those target accounts into paying customers? And then that last area is expand. So how do you focus on existing customers and expand via renewals, upsells, and cross-sells? And so this expand area is what most people think about when they say, hey, go focus on existing customers. And the initial reaction to that is, okay, let's just try to expand those dollars. How do we get those customers to spend more? And you might be thinking like, I thought you were doing a presentation on full funnel marketing. I didn't think we were doing this on ABM. What are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. Well, you're correct. So full funnel marketing, this is how we define full funnel marketing. So on the left, you have conversion rate optimization. And this is all about acquisition. So awareness, attract, nurture, convert. And then once they're customers, let's focus on conversion retention optimization and retention, and drive adoption and loyalty and advocacy and brand ambassadorship. And so again, is ABM and full funnel marketing the same thing? Kind of sounds similar. What's the difference? Let me debunk that myth and tell you how we thought they were different and what our learnings were. So again, we go back to this ABM definition, all about expansion. Expand, expand, expand. More revenue, money, money, money. And the focus is really on expanding accounts, which is really on how do I drive renewals and expansion and cross-sells. And it's honed around you, the company, trying to get more revenue out of your customers. So shifting gears here to full funnel marketing, and what are we looking at here? Adoption, loyalty, advocacy, usage to drive brand ambassadorship. Those are the differences. You're focusing on usage. You're focusing on how do you find those champions? How do you make them more successful? And so this is really where we have this aha moment. And we said, hey, if we shift our mindset and stop thinking about expansion dollars and start thinking about adoption and usage and advocacy and driving our marketing resources to those 3 areas, then that'll lead to more expansion and revenue anyway, which is the end goal. And so after we had that aha moment, we decided to invest in our tools and our software. And so this is an illustration on how we think about that overall engagement with our customers now to drive awareness and expansion and adoption. So we have operational comms, we have campaign comms, there's nurture comms, marketplace comms, and survey comms. Many companies will have similar. We might have a few unique ones given our business. This all goes into a customer comms calendar. We then have an approval queue, and then this flows into the different tools we use, which include Marketo, Catalyst, Iterable, WalkMe, Outreach, and Sendoso. And then we report and optimize. And for us, some of the key metrics we look at are increased spend, increased activation, reduced churn and improved retention, improved NPS, and increased monthly active senders. We also invested more in our customer experience journey. This was critical. If we're going to focus on adoption and awareness, and our marketing team's going to shift their resources, they need to know where to focus on. And this is a 30,000 foot view, very zoomed out. But even if you zoom in really close, you can see very specific things around exit criteria per stage and week by week onboarding and what the full journey is. And this is critical so that you can engage with your customers and drive awareness and adoption. We also invested in our community. Community is a great way to drive advocacy and loyalty. And we have over 1,000 super senders in the community now. We give them early access and let them preview new releases to our product. We also share best practices and tips and tricks to drive more advocacy. And we give invites to exclusive events and content to keep up to date on the latest trends. Here's an example of one of our comms. And we've invested a lot in the communication with our customers. In this case, we're sharing another customer success story. where we can show you that how another customer is seeing success and how you can emulate that success. And I thought it was interesting to highlight here from this email and from the data and the results, we saw about 30% of the clicks were interested in the success story itself. About 35% of the clicks were interested in actually going into our product and taking advantage of what this other customer had success in. There was about 10% clicks with a question that went out to our support team, which we call the Send Squad, and then another 10% of clicks that were looking to book a meeting with their CSM. We also invested in education. So we invested in our Sendoso University portal with a lot of self-guided tours, self-guided help, and a really robust way to search and find content to drive success. And voila, after we invested in all those different areas, we saw a significant increase in revenue from existing customers. And shifting focus to existing customers drove more revenue. And so is true with the stat that acquiring a new customer can cost 5 times more than retaining an existing customer. And we firsthand saw this by focusing on full funnel marketing. All right, so shifting gears here completely, I want to talk about full funnel marketing, but I want to talk about some tactics that are relevant to the expertise that us at Sendoso has as it relates to gifting. And so I thought it'd be useful to share 7 plays that you can add to your playbook today and some gifting ideas based on that. So the first one, this one has a top of funnel focus, and the goal is to drive net new engagement with target accounts and ultimately capturing more leads. And the strategy here is sending out personalized offers and content with a focus on educational content and really the how your brand solves the pain of tactics. And we see these tactics and channels being webinars, direct mail, digital retargeting, with some common pitfalls being skipping the research phase, just very broad targeting, and really lack of cross-functional alignment. And here's an example from one of our customers' masterclass, which sent highly personalized gifts based on the prospect's interests. So if you're interested in a masterclass for Kris, you received his book. If you're interested in the Serena Williams masterclass, you received tennis balls. So really creative ways to connect a customer's interests or a top of funnel prospect's interests with something that you can send them. Next up is the middle of funnel. So in this number 2 example, is the goal of increasing MQLs or increasing demo requests. And this is through personalized content and offers focus on, again, how you can help solve pain points. You can do these through personal nurtures, direct mail, retargeting, and some common pitfalls is generic messaging, a one-size-fits-all, and really not looking into the performance and just spraying and praying. And a gifting play that you can do is group experiences. And for all of those enterprise sellers and marketers out there that know that you have a large buying committee, group experiences can be great. These can be in person, or we can send virtual group experiences such as virtual wine tasting or virtual pizza making classes. All right, bottom of the funnel. So the goal here is how do you drive new engagement with target accounts lower in the funnel? How do you capture those leads? And how do you get demo requests and accelerate pipeline? Strategy here is personalized multi-threading using case studies, technical content, ROI reports, and focusing on why you over your competitors. And common tactics here are customer use case stories and executive outreach. And then again, common pitfalls for bottom of the funnel is really failing to multi-thread and focusing only on one contact. And a gifting play that I like for this one is personalized gift that break into the C-suite and content that the C-suite cares about, such as a Forrester TEI report, and sending that to those C-suite execs. Next up, number 4, post-sales. First goal for this one is how do you educate your customer and accelerate their pace to value? Strategy here is personalized learning tracks that focus on education and value delivery. And you can use the channels such as email, online learning, self-led, and direct mail. And common pitfalls for this one is assuming a one-size-fits-all for onboarding and implementation and really not personalizing that. And a really fun gifting play here is customer welcome kits that can be celebrated and aligned towards the focus of the pain that you're trying to solve. For example, providing a back to school box with targeted case studies, implementation, best practices on your platform. And so customer welcome kits are a great way to start the relationship on the right foot. Next up is during the customer relationship phase. This is to increase usage is the goal of this play, with the strategy to inspire your customers, showcase new strategies, and focus on maturing the relationship. Tactics for this are customer success manager meetings, email nurtures, direct mail, and digital retargeting. And common pitfalls are not being a strategic partner, not understanding what the value your customer is trying to achieve with your service or solution. And then the gifting play here, something you could send out, is building milestones into your customer lifecycle and celebrating them, each and every one of them. This could be graduating from onboarding. This could be hitting a certain threshold of users or getting specific results from your platform. And one example of something you could send out, people love sweet treats, cupcakes, cruffles. Those are great. I love cruffles personally. All right, next up is play number 6, and this is the expansion play. The goal of this one is to improve stickiness with cross-sell and upsell opportunities. And the strategy for this one is personalized multi-threading and cross-departmental collaboration, really focusing on why they should expand. And this is critical from a tactic perspective to get customer success manager and account manager alignment and collaboration, sharing expanded customer success stories, email, and using targeted ads. And common pitfalls are expecting customers just to come to you and show up. You need to go to them. And a play here is expanding into other departments or segments of the business through internal selling with current champions. So use your current champions to your advantage. Get information about what their colleagues like. What's some insider information that you could send to their boss or their colleague and use that to send out a gift. Number 7, last but not least, is the renewal play. So the goal for this one is to renew customers with positive LTV and create champions for life. And the strategy here is to use insights from the customer lifecycle to better inform renewal opportunities. And you can use tactics and channels such as the account management team, email, targeted ads. Pitfalls is assuming they are customers for life and not using internal data. And the gifting play here is celebrate their victories over their entire life cycle and showcase how they have been successful. People have seen a lot of success by sending out champagne as a successful way to celebrate your customer milestones. All right, so I want to share the takeaways here. If you had 7 things to learn from this presentation, these gifting plays, the first one is personalized offers with a focus on educational content and how your company solves pain points. The second is customized content offers focused on how you can help solve those pain points. The next is strategic multi-threading, case studies, and ROI, and focusing on why you over your competitors. The next one is personalized learning tracks with a focus on education and value delivery. The 5th takeaway is how you inspire your customers, showcasing new strategies and focusing on maturing the relationship. 6 is cross-departmental collaboration and how that can help you focus on why your customers should expand. And then last but not least is using insights from the customer lifecycle to better inform renewal opportunities. So I hope this was interesting. I hope you learned how Sendoso looked at current business shifts, specifically around shifting marketing energy and effort towards existing customers, how we kind of took what we knew with ABM and shifted that to full funnel marketing to really drive adoption, usage, and loyalty, which ultimately ended up driving more revenue for us. And then how these 7 different gifting plays can give you some insights and how you can deploy full funnel marketing tactics at your business. If you're interested in more information, follow me on LinkedIn, follow Sendoso on LinkedIn, or you can go to sendoso.com if you're curious about Sendoso. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for spending time with me at the Demand Gen Summit, and have a good rest of your year. Crush Q4 and talk to you later. See ya. Bye.